that an unfair categorization? How would you? Can you be in a slump after you're a quarterback, and are you in?
I mean, I don't necessarily feel like I am, but obviously we haven't been playing well. I haven't been playing my best ball. So more importantly, it's just about me getting back to that. And as I've told you millions of times, the type of player I am, it's about practice, it's about the repetition and preparing. So that's what I'm sticking to.
There's a lot of people that will speculate that it's your calf or it's something else. Like, how are you feeling physically?
I'm fully healthy, 100% healthy.
Dak,
Thank you, though. Thank you.
Dak, do you hear, like, aside from us asking these questions, do you hear all the talk about how Dak was before the calf injury versus, and so on and so forth? And does that motivate you in any way?
I think I'd be lying if I said I haven't heard it. But yeah, in a sense it does. But I've been doubted my whole life. Been said I couldn't do this or I can't do that. So in a sense, I'm actually glad it's kind of come back. I'm glad that that's the way that the people feel, and that there's a lot of that being said right now. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I didn't hear.
Yeah, let's try David's question this way: Can a quarterback be in a slump? A baseball player can, a golfer can. Can a quarterback be in one?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I feel like maybe any player can. But as I said, I don't necessarily feel like I am. So, but I do realize I'm not playing my best ball. I haven't been playing it. Have made some poor decisions, I guess you could say. But that's kind of part of it. I wouldn't say it's slump material, but definitely not up to my standard expectations. And when you play at a high level, that's what you create. So I'm glad people have the same expectations for my game as I do for myself. So that's fine.
Once you go through that injury and then another injury, can there be a footwork thing that your body just needs to make an adjustment to? That
one more time.
In terms of kinesiology, you get that injury, then you get that injury. And you got
yeah, I mean, I'm a football player. I can't say I switched to psychology. But I switched to psychology to get out of kinesiology. if you want me to be honest with you, so the whole A&P deal wasn't for me. I know it all needs to work together, and it's a change. So, at this position, it starts at the feet and it starts with the ground force. So, yeah, there you go.
You mentioned you like being dad.
Evaluate your position because you need other things to work for you, line, receivers.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard to evaluate the quarterback position. I mean, you look around the league, look at the draft process, look at everything that goes into this position. Yeah, it's tough, but as you said, this is a team game, and obviously, as I've pointed out and have been very honest, I need to be better. So that's simply put that way. But in the same sense, it's a team game, and it's hard to evaluate it all unless you know everything that's going on.
What's going to create that improvement in your mind? From what have you emphasized this week?
Yeah, as I said, I mean, I'm such a practice player, a repetition guy, and so I mean, I've just stuck to the basics, whether it's the footwork or whether it's the preparation, watching the film, and just communication with my teammates, just making sure that I'm doing everything necessary to control it.
You mentioned you like
in your opening script last game. Sorry, Joey. There were a lot of quicker, shorter, easier reads. How helpful is that as a quarterback to get into a rhythm? Did you like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think any quarterback likes that. Simple completion, simple reads. Just get the ball out of your hand. I think the offensive line likes it, and obviously the receivers want the ball in their hands, and just those type of plays allows them to get in their hand in space, and that's kind of what the plan was.
You mentioned you like being doubted. Amari was saying when he hears the questions about the offense right now, it reminds him of what Saban used to tell them after practice. How do you go about channeling that into playing at your highest level?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, that's who I've been my whole life. I wouldn't be here if people didn't doubt me. I wouldn't be here if I didn't have the supreme confidence that I have in myself, barring what everybody else thinks. So, as I said, for me, it's just about sticking to the basics, trusting the men around me and my teammates, and just my preparation. Not changing much, and staying focused on what's really important and where we're trying to go.
You've talked to us about some of the different things that you read or that you listen to. Do you listen or read to anything different when you're going through a little bit of tougher stretches in your play?
I mean, I think I just consciously turn it off in the sense. Get rid of the social media, tune some of those things out. Just make sure you're not putting people's opinions in your head that don't matter. To just make sure you focus on your thoughts.
We've seen you the last 2 days with the receivers after practice. Is that a product of it's late in the year, practice is cut back, you're just trying to do more, or is that a product of the last 6 weeks trying to get on the same page?
No, I think it's you hit it on the first point. Practice being cut down shorter and having specific routes and things that you want to make sure that you've got the right timing on. Making sure we get that extra work to dial those in, because limited practice doesn't allow you to do that.
How much is improving in the red zone and emphasis? I know Amari said he was trying to run some more of those type of routes.
Yeah, I think it's huge. We scored some points in that game. We convert a couple of those red zone trips into touchdown, and I don't know if the feel around this place is the same. So that's a big part of it, is making sure that we can convert into 6 points.
I'm trying not to overanalyze everything, especially in the state.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, you've got to know what's important, and you've got to see the all 22 view. Obviously, know what I'm thinking, but also see the other guys, see maybe why I made a decision or this happened or that happened, and then quickly fix it, communicate about it, adjust, and move on.
I hate to cut up the statistics, but red zone, you guys have been highly efficient at home. On the road, it's kind of been the opposite. What, if anything, do you make of that disparity?
That we've got to be better on the road. Simple as that. I can't. Yeah, I mean that's. I feel like your job to tell me what it is in that sense. We've got to be better. We've got to be cleaner. We've got to execute. Can't tell you why home versus away, but when you're playing in tough environments, maybe that's part of it. Obviously, the crowd's going to get into it and those type of things. So I mean, just from a blunt answer, maybe we can communicate better. But totally, we just got to be more detailed and locked in, whether it's home or away, to make sure that we're taking advantage of opportunities.
We've asked you a lot through the years about conversations, interactions with Kellen when things have been going well. What about when things are not going so well for you? What are those like, and how can he kind of help you?
Yeah, I mean, they're the same. We just got to communicate and make sure we're on the same page. Make sure that I'm thinking what he's thinking when a play is called. And in the same sense, as Calvin said, don't overanalyze things. Obviously, if it's a mistake from my point of view or from somebody else's point of view, get it cleaned up and move on. But yeah, simple as that.
Y'all have talked about playing your best ball toward the end of the season.
Sure.
Is it time for that now? And even though you balance, okay, let's save the best things for the end, like how do you make sure that you're not peaking too late?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the right time for us to turn it on. I had that talk with the skill position and in the signal callers meeting is we'd much rather be going through what we're going through in this time that we did than 2 weeks from now. So now that we've addressed it, we've held ourselves accountable for it. We can move forward and peak at the right time heading into the playoffs.
Are defenses making you guys go the long way?
Yeah, for sure.
Attacking you as much with the blitz and things?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's football, right? It's consistent change, trying to take away what a team does best. And if you just look at the numbers, obviously when they blitz, and that presents favors to us. So yeah, they're staying back, they're keeping the cap on things and making us be patient and making me particularly be patient in my decision making. So yeah.
Washington has 21 players on the COVID list. New York's got some. You're playing them. Do y'all worry at all when you know that you're going to be exposed to it that much, and what do you do around the facility?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think worrying necessarily helps you. It's going to just give you anxiety and make you focus on something you can't control. So we have to do the best that we can, and obviously social distance in a certain time with the people that are close contact, and wearing our masks as much as possible, and yeah, using the whole hand sanitizer deal and washing our hands. So I mean, it's not necessarily, we can't bog ourselves down in our minds with trying not to get something that nobody has an answer to.
I think it was your rookie like they were before. Have you found that if you can get one thing working and then go from there, that's the best way to address it? Or do you still just say, we've just got to take the same approach and we'll just see what hits here where?
I mean, we want to be better. We want to be better in every aspect of it. But in your sense, in your question, if you can get one thing going, you kind of realize you can work stuff off of that, and yeah, you can play your plays off of whatever's going good. But in the same sense, we have high expectations for ourselves from every aspect of this game, this offense, whether it's the run game, action game, drop back. Yeah, we have high standards, and we're gonna try to make sure that we're getting better at all of it.
Zach, I think in your rookie year, it was a big deal when you were spotted shopping for gifts at Target. Can you still go to Target?
I don't know. In the sense of the mask world, I could get away with it. I think maybe. I'm sure I'd be recognized, but I can put a mask on, hoodie, and a hat, and get a lot further, and at least make people second guess it. And I'm 2 aisles down the road before they realize it. So, yeah, I can. I haven't tried the Target, no, but I've made some runs at different places, and I've gotten away.
The game you had against the Giants as a group, and you in particular early on, does that give you a sense of this could be the week that you start to get it right?
One more time.
The game you guys had against the Giants, 500 yards, season high 44 points, 100 yards rushing for Zeke. Does that give you a sense that, hey, this might be the guy?
Yeah, I mean, well, we've got confidence in ourselves. No disrespect to any opponent that we play. We have these expectations and standards for ourselves regardless of who we're playing. So whether it's a division game against the Giants, a team that we're familiar with, or it'd be somebody else out of conference. This is the game that, yeah, we've got to get things rolling regardless, just because of the time of the season it is, what we've done, but more importantly where we're trying to go, that it's now.
Yesterday the Cowboys were named officially the team of Mexico. Would you like to play down there in the near future?
Yeah, why not? Obviously, love just being named the #1 team anytime you get a chance to, but having the great fan base as we do, yeah, I think it'd be cool.
How have you seen Connor Williams this past month just respond to, being more of a stuff package type of guy?
Handle it like a true professional. Just a guy that comes in the building each and every day and try to get better and tries to do whatever he can to help this team, and yeah, stayed consistent all the way through it, through everything, through the adversity obviously, and then yeah, as I said, whatever he has to do, he's willing to do it, and that's all you can ask for in a teammate.
Dak, you played in big games on every level. We got 6 North Texas teams going to be playing at AT&T Stadium this weekend for state championships. If there's any bit of advice you could pass on to those kids, what would it be?
Yeah, enjoy the moment. Nothing like high school football. Just being with guys that I'm sure a lot of them, as myself, grew up playing with for a long time, and yeah, winning a championship at any level is special. And I know a lot of those guys won't go on to play at the next level, or if they may, but they'll never forget the times of playing on Friday night lights. And yeah, it's a special moment for them. So congratulations and good luck.
It's been a minute since you played high school football, but you're still pretty close with a lot of those guys
from
your team. Did you expect then, or do you think that relationship has been able to maintain even more than you expected?
No, I mean, I expected that. Coming from the town that I come from, you create those friends. And even the guys that don't necessarily live in Dallas, a bunch of guys that I've played with and grew up with, we're still good friends and stay in contact. So that's what makes high school football special, are those lifelong friends that you did so much with, and you got to play the game that you love at the first level, at the first big level, I guess you can say. And yeah, happy and blessed to have the friends that I do from the game.
We talked with you about what you're trying to do to get back to the level you want. What have you seen from Amari, CD, and Michael trying to get to that level? What are they trying to do?
Yeah, been consistent. We've all been communicating. They're doing everything they can. As I said, whether it's just the extra routes after practice, hey, let me get this one, or let me get that one, or me asking them to do it. Just true professional guys. And yeah, that's a great 3, but just the rest of the guys, the rest of the teammate, yeah, we'll be fine.
Given how many rookies and free agents are contributing to what the defense is doing right now, if they're doing things other than you could have did exactly like this before the season, do you think y'all have an even higher ceiling than you realize going into the season now that you've seen what the defense can do?
Yeah, I mean, that's a special group, and you just think about all the guys that they've had going down, and then guys step up and play. I'm sure they're struggling to figure out which guys are going to dress when all of them are healthy, and that's a great problem to have. But yeah, it's a talented group. They do a great job communicating, even in the midst of, as we said, all the different numbers they're having, and they play well together. And that's tough for anybody. As I said, we go against them day in and day out, and I know how special they are. Thank y'all.